Hello, fellow creatives. Welcome to my official YouTube channel. In here, I go by the name Escali, and then we are going to be creating simple and minimalist designs, just like what you are seeing on the screen right now. So I think you should expect very simple and then minimalistic designs like this. So I hear you ask, what is minimalist design? A minimalist design is a type of design, I think, that is characterized by its simplicity and then its clarity. So I think that's what I like. I like to design simple and then nice designs. And then you can check from my very first introduction video. You see the kind of works I've done from the previous years and then the past days. So without saying much, I think let's just dive into it. So let's go ahead and open Photoshop. Okay, so after getting Photoshop opened, let's go ahead and create a new file or a new document. So in here, I already have my width as 10 and then my height as 11 with the resolution of 150, okay, in inches. All right, so we go ahead and then create the document. So now that we have our document created, let's go ahead and bring in our first image. Okay, so I'll be bringing in this cloud image. So if you want the files, I'll put them in the description below so you can also access. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and then scale this image to fit the artboard. So right now, I think this cloud on the image are distracting me, so let's do away with that by selecting L, which is the lasso tool on your keyboard. Then we select around those unnecessary cloud on the image, just like what I'm doing, so just follow. All right, so after selecting, we go ahead and then rasterize the image and then go to edit, come down to content aware fill and then click on it. So let's just leave the computer to do its magic. So after that, we click on apply and then hit OK. After that, you press on Ctrl D to deselect. Then we merge these two layers. So after that, we go ahead and bring in our second image, which is this boy. All right. So let's go ahead and then select this guy, or maybe cut out the guy from the background. Okay, so we will do that by going to select and then coming down to subject. Alright, so now that Photoshop has done its magic, it has selected the guy very nicely. You can see how it has done a great job for us. Okay, so hit Ctrl J to duplicate the image from the background, and then let's delete the beneath image. So right now I think we are left with this, and then let's hit Ctrl C to scale the image upward a little to our preference. Okay, so hit enter. So right now what we are going to do is that we are going to create a new layer on top of the boy, where we have our foreground color as black, and then we go ahead to choose the gradient tool by clicking or hitting G on your keyboard, and then from the bottom of the guy or the bottom of the artboard, we click and then hold shift to drag across the image like this. I think this is not enough, so let me add a little more to it. All right, so I think this is okay for me. So as at this point, I think this black or darkness is a little fake to me, so I'll go ahead and then add a little noise to it by going to filter and then noise. Then we add some little noise to it. So I think 9.16 is okay to me. Then I hit OK. So right at this point, I'll go ahead and then I think lock all my layers so they're not movable as at this point. So right on top of this boy, we are going to create a new layer, and then with the foreground color as red, we are going to select our gradient tool again, and then this time from the left side to the right, we are going to drag it across just like what I'm doing. So all right, and then we are going to create another layer on top of the gradient layer again, and then we are going to change our color to a vibrant or saturated blue, and then also drag that from also the right side to the left side, just like what I'm doing. All right, so as you can see, we are now going to create clipping mask to isolate these gradients to the guy we are using for the design. Okay, so to do that, you hover the mouse at the intersection of the boy and then the gradient, and you see when you click Alt on your keyboard at their intersection, you see that the mouse changes to an arrow. Then you go ahead and then click on that. Okay, and then we do same to the blue image, just like that. All right, so now we are going to change the blending mode for these gradients. Okay, so let's do that by adding an overlay of yeah, I think this one works better for me. So I think this red is getting too much of fun, so let's just go ahead and then scale that a little by pressing Ctrl T on your keyboard. Let me see, and then let me drag that. All right, so I think this one is okay, and then let's do the same to the blue. Ctrl T, and then try to bring this close and then drag it a little closer to the boy like this. Okay, so I think this one also works better for me. All right, so let's go ahead and then lock these two layers. So right now, what we are going to do is that we are going to bring in an image to enhance the background. Okay, I feel like the background is a little dull for me, so let's go ahead and then bring in our last image. So let's just scale it to fit the workspace like I'm doing. So this time you bring this image right beneath the guy. Okay, so after bringing it there, I think we have to bring it a little down. Okay, to this point, I think this one works best for me. Okay, so right now I feel like the background is a little distracting to me, so let's just try to blend that out a little. Okay, by going to filter and then adding a blur, Gaussian blur, to it. Okay, so I think with this, my blendness is too wild, it's too much. So let me just add a little. Okay, so I think this one is okay. 9, that's 24.9, I think. And then let's lock that layer. So right now, I feel like the background too is kind of dull to me. So let's just make it interesting by bringing a blue light source to the right side, which shows that the light is from the right side and then hitting the guys. How do we call it? Is that occiput or something? Yeah, the backside of your head. I think that's occiput. Or so let's just do that. That's just by the way. Okay. Just beneath the guy, we are going to create a new layer, and then with our foreground color, let's say I'm going to choose a lighter blue, just like this. I don't want it that much vibrant, so I'll tint it a little. Okay, so right now let's press J on the keyboard to bring in the gradient tool, and then from the right side to the left side, I'm going to create a gradient by holding shift and then dragging across horizontally, just like I'm doing. Okay, so I think this is okay, but a little too much for me, so I'm going to use my arrow keys to shift it a little to the right side. Okay, so in this case I want to lay out the hair from this side to this side. I want to just blur them a little and then make it feel belonging to the background. Okay, so let's just go ahead and do that. Let's unlock the guy first, and then let's go to filter, and then come to blur gallery, and then come to iris layer. Okay, so after selecting the iris blur, you adjust it to the desired blendness that I think would work for you. Let's calm down a little, and then I think I need it this way. Let me see. Let's see this. Okay. Let me bring this a little closer to. Okay, so I don't know if you are seeing what I'm doing. You could see that with this kind of blendness, it has added some blendness to the guy's hair, which is making it feel like it's softening the guy's head to the background. So with this, I think it's okay. All right. Yep. So with this, I think it's fine. And then what we are going to do next is that let me lock this first, and then lock this layer. I like to lock my layers because I don't like to move them around anyhow. So let's just hit T on the keyboard to bring our text to, and then in here we are going to add the text that we are going to be using. So let's hit it, and then let me go ahead and then bring in my text. Paste it here. Then I press Ctrl T on my keyboard to scale the text to my desired size. I want it to be we are there. Then I place much emphasis on the future. Okay, so this time I think I'm going to scale this one a little. Okay, so I think it should come a little down to somewhere 58 or something. So let's just make it all cap. Okay, and then you hit Control A on your keyboard to select all the artboard and then align vertically, okay, to the artboard we are working on. Then let's duplicate this by holding shift to by holding Control, right, to duplicate. And then let's select this and then paste the future. So with the future right now, let's also cap that out. Let's make it capital. And then what good being ratio says is that when you want your design to be relatable, you have to use the correct measurement, right? So in here we can use this times 2, the size of this times 2 for this, okay? Or we can do it the size of this times 1.618. That's a good in ratio rule for getting your proportions right, okay? So in here for the future, you can see that I have the future selected. So I'll go ahead and then times this up by, let me see, 1.618. Yeah, that's it. And then you hit enter on your keyboard, okay? So I think there is no contrast in it, right? So let's go ahead and then let's change to let's say extra bold. Let's make it black instead, okay? So this okay, so with this I feel like it's not working that much for me. I want to go extra bold on this. I want to be huge on this and then make the future pop, okay? Let me go back by timesing this by, let's say 2, and let me see the outcome. So I think the 2 works best for me. Okay, the 1.618 is a little lesser than I expected, so I think times 2 works best for me right here. So let's just go ahead and then do it black. Okay, so I think this one is okay. So Control A on your keyboard and then you align that at the center. So we are going to change the color of the future to a vibrant yellow to make it pop, okay? So I think this yellow works best for me right here. So I'm just going to select the yellow. Okay, so I think it's pretty much okay to me. Let's duplicate this and then go ahead and bring in our next text. Okay, so it says where is it? Vibrant details. Whoa, seems I've misplaced my text. So let me just go ahead and then refer to the previous design I created. Okay, let me just go ahead and then refer to that. So it says guide us to believe in ourselves and chase our dreams. Okay, guide us to believe in ourselves and chase our dreams. So let's go ahead and then type that inside. typing that out. I'm going to divide this by 2 to have it this way. All right, so let's just go ahead and then see what happens. Align that to the center, Control A, and then we get it this way. But let's go ahead and then make all these small letters right now. Okay, fine, this one works. So let's go ahead and then create some ellipse here. So let's turn off the fill and then add some strokes to it. Alright, so let me see this, if it works. I think this is too much, a bit of stroke, so let me just turn it down a little to my preference and then scale it down a little. Alright, so I think this one works best for me. Okay, so let me go ahead and add some little circle beneath it to create a sense of contrast. Okay, alright, so here is the outcome. I think I have to bring this circle down to this side a little. Let me move both to the corner a little and see. Alright, so I think this one works best for me, and then we are left with one step ahead, which is the little guy at the top here. So let's go ahead by creating that. Let's say I'm going to duplicate this text by holding Alt, and then I duplicate that to the top, and then I select my text, then I delete the rest of these, leaving guide as. Okay, so as at this point I feel like this is a little huge for me, so let me go ahead to reduce the size by dividing that by 2 and see the outcome. I feel like this is also too small for me, so we can also go ahead to break some small rules. So let's scale that up a little. Let's see. So okay, so I think this is okay for me. Alright, so I'll go ahead to change the medium to extra bold, and that's fine. I like it as of this point. So at the background, I feel like I added too much blendness to the image. Okay, I mean the background image. So let me go ahead and then adjust that a little. Alright, so go to the Gaussian blur. You double click on the Gaussian blur, right? Oh, what's happening? Whoa. Okay, that's because I locked the layer. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on that, and then come down a little. I don't want to go in that much, so let me see. I think this works best for me. It's okay, so I press OK, and then let me try bringing that, sorry, let me try scaling that up a little to, let me see, this size. Yeah, so as at this point I feel like I like what I'm seeing. Or should I, let me see, let's still scale that up a little and see. Go this side and then pull it towards. Guys, you judge. By the way, This brings us to the end of the video. Thank you.